Good evening, everyone. Welcome to LDM TV. Sorry to interrupt your Monday night call. I'm just doing some testing, remote commentary, just to see how it's working. I've actually got full control of the live stream. I can change cameras, scoreboards. I can show you at the table, which we'll come back to in a bit. Some feedback would be good if you can hear me all right. Hopefully not too much lagging. I'm in a completely different place to where the pool's being played. We did quite a big upgrade a few weeks ago. All the cabling upgraded so we could control the cameras remotely. I mean, I can watch the pool live as it's being played. There is a slight delay, obviously, when it gets to YouTube or Facebook. So today's test is just to see if bringing in remote commentary is viable, really. There's two ways of doing it. There's a hardware way and a software way. We're going to test the software way out tonight. And if it's good, then that'll save a few £100 because the hardware way is quite expensive. But if you can give me a thumbs up or a comment, just so I know you can hear me all right. And of course, we'll see if it's in sync. Camera now on the yellow. Oh, he's come up short there. Right, just bringing up the chat. So yeah, hopefully you can hear me all right. And hopefully I'm not lagging too bad. Yeah, you just seem to spring off that cushion a little bit there. Oh, that is a Sutton shot. And I think... I mean, that is some shot, really. What a pot. And I think he's got a shot in the black as well. Oh, spooned it. Ah, and the white's gone down. That is not like Cameron. So Cameron, top of the Monday League. He can't lose it now. He's won the league. We'll have a look at the table in a minute. This is week 14. One more week next week, week 15, and then the following week will be finals night. So it could be a steady little run in for Dean here to make it 1-1. Yeah, so as I was saying, we upgraded all the HDMI cabling and put in a new video switcher a few weeks ago. We've reintroduced the microphone, so you should be able to hear the balls being potted. And then I've dialed in my video and my audio and made it a part of the same stream. purely for testing tonight, just to see how viable it is moving forward. If it works well, then it's a bonus. If not, there is an alternative, another piece of equipment. Like I haven't got enough already, but I do like my toys. Yeah, it's a good shot. Ah, that's good. Come on then, Dean. Let's level this game up. Yeah, good shot. Perfectly on the black. Sink this for 1-1. Yeah, nicely done. Well done, Dean. So yeah, if we look at the table for Division 1, as you can see, Cameron Tolley, top of the league. Maximum points is 16 for a win on a Monday night. So nobody can catch Cameron with two weeks to go, this week and next week. Second place, Scott Chambers with 85 points. Danny Marsh, 77 in third. Will Ludbrook in fourth with 76. Lady Austin in fifth with 75. It's still quite open. You know, there could be a lot of movement tonight depending on how things go. I do know there is a couple of players not in, couldn't make it tonight. So Will Ludbrook couldn't make it tonight, so he could slip down a little bit. And Dave Martin couldn't make it either. Steve Garrett currently 1-0 up against Steve Clayton. Lady Austin's 1-0 up against Scott Chambers. Scott Finesse 2-0 up against Ben Wilson. Colin Peake through to the quarterfinals, and Gareth Neal through to the quarterfinals because their respective players couldn't make it tonight. Thanks for the feedback, Kevin, Michael and Jonathan. So we will have a little bit of a play with jumping from table to table just to have a little look in a bit. Part of the testing. See if we can pick up some other games. I appreciate it can be a little bit boring watching a game with no sound. But when we're streaming sort of 3 nights a week, sometimes just getting the game on's about the best we can manage. But yeah, if this is successful, we can definitely do more. Not only that, we can also have guest commentators. Really easy. I send a link to somebody, they join. It could be on their mobile, it could be on their PC, and they would appear on the screen just as I am now. Scott Chambers has just levelled it with Lady Austin, 1-1. It's raised to 5 in Division 1. There's the up and coming advert. We've got Monday, Tuesday every week. Friday night knockout every week, 32 players max. Sunday the 3rd of July, Scotch doubles. And Sunday the 6th, got pool series, event 4. Yeah, Cameron is something else. One of the best players around the area. He's just started playing in the Ultimate Pro events. this year after qualifying through the Amateur Championship. Such a steady and accurate player most of the time. Scott Finesse now 3-0 up against Ben Wilson. Dean's just trying to play some sort of safety here. Might need to put a little bit of swerve on that. It's a bit difficult to see from here. Yeah, tiny little bit. Oh, but enough for it to follow the ball in. Red onto black. Get the black out, maybe. Because that yellow near the red to the top left is a little bit hampered. Black's not ideal. Hit the red to move that out of the way. The yellow will go in that top corner. Leave the red on the cushion. Black out into the middle of the table. But we all see the game different. Still good. All the yellows go now. Cheers, Jonathan. Obviously, I'll be watching this back and scrutinising it myself to see, make sure there's no lag. Hopefully, my commentary is in time with the shots. Should be. I am watching it live, but the quality's not that great. So I've got the live stream on another screen over there, which is a lot better picture, but obviously there's a 30-40 second delay, which is okay because that means I can watch it in real time and then quickly, there you go, he's just potted that in the bottom left hand corner, and I'm now looking at the live and he's just potted it in the left hand corner, so it's not too bad. 15 seconds ish. Cheers, Winston. Yeah, good shot there. If you can get this one down to the bottom left and come back off the cushion, take the yellow into the middle and black down to the bottom. Go and drop. Yes. Oh, he's not come away far enough, really. He's going to have to come off the angles. Cheers, Shane. Oh. Ah, that's not ideal. Yeah, it's not ideal at all. And it's difficult to, I mean, he could play it into the cushion and send the white down the table and try and block the red with the black, but it's quite a difficult one to call. Need a double. Yeah, I mean, it's safe-ish. I mean, snooker would have been ideal, but he got a bit unlucky with positioning on that last yellow, to be honest. Double. Ah, what a shot. Nicely done, Mr. Adams. Beautiful shot. 2-1 up against the Tollymeister. So yeah, as I said, Cameron Tolley up top with 148. Scott Chambers on 85. Scott is 1-1 with AD Austin at the moment, who is in 5th place with 75 points. Scott Finesse is 4-0 up against Ben Wilson. So for those that don't know the format, it's 16 players every week. First match on the night, you meet a different player every single week. There's a complex spreadsheet that I built a little while ago, a few seasons ago, that calculates to make sure you meet somebody different every single week. If you go out in the first round, you go through to the plate. Obviously, if you go through to the first round, you're guaranteed a minimum of 4 points. If you go through to the semis, you're guaranteed a minimum of 8 points. If you get to the final, you're guaranteed a minimum of 12. And if you win it, you get 16 points. If you are unlucky enough to go out in the first round and you're in the plate, if you go out in the first round of the plate, you get 1 point and 1 merit. If you get through to semis, you get minimum of 2 points and 2 merits. If you get through to the final of the plate, if you're runner-up, you get 4 points, 4 merits, and if you win, 6 points, 6 merits. It is quite bizarre. The only thing is I cannot hear what's happening on the table. But you guys should. Hopefully they turned the telly down a little bit. Oh, that was a lot harder. That lagged for me a little bit there. Yeah, so over the winter, stripped out my studio room, completely redecorated. I've still got a bit more work to do. But like I said, we've been working on getting the studio up and running for the remote producing of content. And tonight really is just a test to see if the software is good enough for what we want to do. We do have a backup plan if it's not successful. If the pitch is choppy or the commentary is actually out of sync or we've got other ideas. There is a little piece of hardware you can buy, but it's quite expensive, so if need be, we will get it. But if this works, then there's no point. Cheers, Chris. So Dean Adams currently 2-1 up. Adi Austin is 2-1 up against Scott Chambers. Steve Garrett is 2-0 up against Steve Clayton. Johnny Hawkins and Danny Marsh have just started. Stephen Torn and James Parker, they've just started. And Scott Finesse is currently 4-0 up against Ben Wilson. Cameron is just so elegant with his play. Scott Finesse has won against Ben Wilson, 5-0. I see what you put there, Chris. I won't tell Johnny. Yeah, good use of side there from Cameron. Lovely. I could just drop this in the top left and then take the other head into the top right and then black in the middle. Or we could follow all the way through. Yeah, it makes it look so easy. So this for 2-0. Right, okay. Let's try this producing stuff out, shall we? Who's on table 1? Steve Garrett, Steve Clayton. Boom. Yeah, something didn't happen. The scoreboard didn't change, which is a bit rubbish. That camera 3. No. Okay, that's something to look at. Yeah, the microphone mutes and unmutes, but for some reason the scoreboards didn't change with the cameras. Have a look at that in a bit. So we're currently Dean Adams 2, Cameron Tolley 2. Hey Mark. Hope you're well, mate. It's a bit weird really, because obviously because I'm sending myself to the club's PC and overlaying myself on their stream whilst they're streaming out, for the commentary to be in sync, I need to watch that version of it, which is obviously live to me, but the quality of the picture's a little bit rubbish, really. It's good enough, but sometimes there's a little bit of lag and the ball looks like it's going to stop and then suddenly springs forward off the cushion. Hope nobody got too dizzy with me jumping between tables. Yeah, that wasn't a great test, because usually those buttons do. I mean, I've been testing those buttons and they have been working. How we've been actually using them. So I don't know why they're not working tonight. But we will have a look, see if we can sort it out. Yeah, can't see why they shouldn't work. Yeah, I did enjoy the live streaming at lockdown, especially Friday nights. The old Avignon. So a little bit of a cagey start to this frame. Steve Garrett now 3-0 up against Steve Clayton. AD Austin 3-1 up against the player in second place, which is Scott Chambers. Johnny Hawkins is currently 1-0 up against Danny Marsh. Scott Finesse is through and is now playing Colin Peake. Colin Peake got a bye in the first round. What's the old sound from the club like tonight? Is it? Can you hear all the balls going down? It's not too loud. Telly, is the telly on? Can you hear the telly? biggest problem with sound is if you have the jukebox on or music on your telly, the YouTube scanners pick it up, Facebook, and they can kick you straight off for copyright, and it's so annoying. Cool. Cheers, Mark. I can't actually hear the club from here. Nice effort. Yeah, I mean, like I said, this is just a test tonight. I'm pretty certain I could get that sound into a set of headphones, so I could hear it myself. Oh, what a shot. Well done, Cameron. Cool. Cheers, Shane. Danny Marsh has just pulled one back against Johnny Hawkins. That's 1-1. Steve Clayton is now 3-1 down to Steve Garrard. He should pull one back. Scott Chambers has pulled one back against AD Austin. That's 3-2 to AD. Colin Peake is 1-0 up against Scott Furness. I don't know what's happening with Steve Torn and James Parker. They started about 20 minutes ago. Still no score. Yeah, good shot. Good shot there from Cameron. So it looks like he's going to tie this one up for 3-2. Yeah, good shot. So that's 3-2 to Cameron. Let's do another quick look at the table. So Scott Chambers in second on 85 is currently 3-2 down to AD Austin. Will Ludbrooks not playing tonight, so he'll get 0 points. Colin Peake's already going to be on minimum of 4 points because he's through to the quarterfinals. Steve Clayton is currently 3-1 down against Steve Garrett. James Parker and Steve Torn are still 0-0. No, I tell a lie, it's 1-0 to Tawny. So 3-2 Cameron Tolley and Cameron to break. So Cameron opting for yellow balls. He's done enough to disturb that yellow so it is potable, but it's still not an easy one. Oh yeah, good shot there. Pop ball, develop a red. Put the yellow a little bit more awkward. Still got a couple of difficult ones. One near the yellow and these two down. Bottom left hand side. And I don't know whether he could generate enough angle off of this red into the middle to disturb these two here. I think he's going to try. Oh, he's gone for the other one. Whee! Whoop, whoop. Didn't see that myself. So yeah, up and coming. Obviously on the live stream, Monday, Tuesdays every week. Friday night knockout. This Sunday, this Sunday. No, not this Sunday. Yeah, it is this Sunday. Scotch doubles. And then the following Sunday is the pool series event 4. Quite a few players from our Monday league playing that series. Ooh. Don't think Cam was expecting that. You can obviously just see enough of that yellow. Yeah. I don't think Dean needs to do too much here, to be honest. Perhaps do the same as what Cameron just did. Come off the red, back onto the cushion, back behind the reds. Or nestle up to the yellow. Yeah, that'll do. I can't really see how much of a gap there is, but yeah, that was wasn't that straightforward, but when you can control the white light, Cameron can. Yeah, I don't think they really had much choice to play that. Yeah, I'll be honest, I would fancy Cameron to pot these once he got sight of that one in the middle. If he can hit this in and go up the cushion and come back down. Oh. My bad. I really thought he was going to go for them. Yeah, that'll do, yeah. Oh, what a shot. So Stephen Torn now 2-0 up against James Parker. Danny Marsh 2-1 up against Johnny Hawkins. Eddie Austin 3-2 up against Scott Chambers, and Steve Garrett is 3-1 up against Steve Clayton. Rightio then, Dean. It's not easy. No, unlucky. So these two for Cameron, making it 4-2. Right, let's just try this again. Let's try camera 1. So it's changing camera, but for some reason it's not changing scoreboard, which would have to be done manually. Yeah, that's really frustrating because that's been working all the way up until I decided to pop on the stream. Typical. So Steve Torn now 3-0 up against James Parker. Steve Garrett is 4-1 up against Steve Clayton. Right, I will be back shortly. Okay, I'm back. I was just having a little watch back of the first 20 minutes just to see what the video quality and the audio quality is like for the remote commentary, and I must admit it looks bloody good. So we join the first of our quarterfinals, Colin Peake versus Scott Finesse. Colin had a bye in the first round. Unfortunately, David Martin couldn't make it tonight. Scott Finesse won 5-0 against Ben Wilson. The other results, Steve Garrett won 5-1 against Steve Clayton. Adi Austin won 5-2 against second place Scott Chambers. Danny Marsh currently 4-1 up against Johnny Hawkins. And Steve Torn is 4-0 up against James Parker. And our first match on the live stream tonight, Cameron Tolley won 5-2 against Dean Adams. Oh yeah, good shot there from Scott. Yep, another good one. So this for 3-1. Oh, Scotty Finesse doesn't hang about. He's a very, very quick player. If he sees the opportunity to take them all on, he will do. Thanks for the follow, Nathan Hook. I mean, we are live streaming out to quite a few different places. We've got our LDM TV Facebook page, LDM TV on Twitch, LDM TV on YouTube. We also have an LDM TV gaming page. Doesn't really get a lot of views, so a bit pointless really. Twitch isn't that great either. Facebook and YouTube do pretty well. Ideally, want to try and build the subscriber base up on YouTube. We've just started. We actually launched a TikTok page. It's not been going. It's not gone that well, to be honest. So we're going to change to YouTube Shorts. Same format as TikTok, but obviously on YouTube. We've been posting a video a day over the last week. Now get yourself on, if you're not on YouTube, get yourself on YouTube. Have a look. See what you think. Some good shots been posted. And if you do get on YouTube, give us a subscribe. Since we started posting the YouTube shorts, we've gained, let's have a quick look. We were on 458 subscribers, we're now 484, so we're getting there. The magic number is 1,000. We can get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. That would be awesome. We're currently producing a mini-series talking about what happened during lockdown, the LDMXT rules pool, and the amount of players that got involved playing from home. We've got some testimonials. I've got a great video message from Richard Eve, which will be used in the content, and that will be on YouTube. No ETA at the minute, I'm still gathering all the content for it, but we're getting there. But yeah, going through all the footage and posts over, well, from March 2020 to must have been about April 2021, with a few months where people did try to get back to some sort of normality before we got put into lockdown 2. Good thing for us was we could just literally switch the LDMXT rules back on. Spoke to quite a few people, and some people are still playing LDMXT rules every now and again. Good times. Yeah, I get that, Daniel. Yeah, we do want to try and make it more interactive, but he's hit the nail right on the head. It all comes down to time. Obviously, I won't be able to do it tomorrow night because I'll be playing tomorrow night. But obviously, this new setup and being able to remotely commentate opens up a whole new interaction, because we can have guest commentators. I just need to send a link to whoever, and they can connect from their mobile phone, their PC. Oh, that's a good effort from Colin there. A little bit more pace. I don't think he could have put much more pace on that, but he walloped it. A few more rolls though, that would have been ideal. Yeah, and again, that's one of the reasons why we've reintroduced the microphone for a bit of the ambient noise in the room. Try and be a little bit more engaging, because like you say, watching it on mute is not ideal. Plus, if we get some guest commentators on, they'll actually know what they're talking about. I can tell you, AD Austin has now won against Scott Chambers, 5-2. So Scott Chambers' second place could be under threat tonight. We'll have another look at the table after this frame, see where things stand. Yeah, we've now got the functionality to jump between 4 tables. It's annoying actually because we already had that up and running probably about 2 weeks ago, and it's been working brilliantly. And we have mobile phone app, so if I'm not there, Kath can just log onto a mobile and she can change the camera and the scoreboard. But for some reason tonight it's not changing the scoreboard. I can still do it manually, but it's a lot easier if you just click one button. Yeah, good shot, Colin. Gonna reach? Oh, I don't think it reached. Or did it? He's looking. Yeah, no, it didn't reach. Oh, as viewers, no. No, that would be a long way off. You're talking about having a red button, aren't you? I mean, the trouble is the equipment that we use is for, you can stream out a single overlay session. Obviously everything on that screen's overlaid, so you start with the camera, then you overlay the scoreboard, then you overlay the header, then you overlay the logo, then you overlay the sponsors and the copyright, then you overlay me and the audio, and then that gets wrapped up and sent out to one place, and then that one place then restreams it out to Twitch and YouTube and Facebook, etc. I do follow some online streaming communities, and there is talk of being able to, in the future, being able to set up multiple layers that get sent out, where you do get to choose where they go. So potentially you could have 2 or 3 Facebook pages all receiving a different view, but that's a long way off. I mean, we could do it now, but you'd have to double up on your equipment, and you'd have to split the signals out from the cameras, and it'd start getting quite expensive. But I definitely think that's going to be something in the future. I think if they can manage it software-wise, as long as you've got the capability, your equipment's capable. I mean, over the years I've done a lot of research, and I've worked out the best combination for the type of hardware you need to be able to, get a decent stream without lagging and without dropping frames. And it's being done, with laptops. You could spend a lot more money on desktops, with top of the range graphics cards, but you really don't need it. But if you buy a laptop with a rubbish CPU, it's just not going to work. If I look at the CPU usage of what it's currently doing, everything that it's calculating, it's using 0.4% of the CPU. So, you know, potentially you could definitely have multiple streams coming from the same place, and then that would just be down to what bandwidth you've got. But at the minute it's using about between 5 and 6 meg upload. I think the connection at X services can go up to about 12. So if it was up to 12, then obviously that would be two. That'd be two setups basically. For the first couple of years streaming at the club, I used a 4G connection. You know, 5G is becoming a little bit more available, and I think that would make quite a big difference as well. Because the problem you've got is if your landline goes down, your stream goes down. So Johnny Hawkins now 4-2 down to Danny Marsh. He's pulled another one back. The other quarterfinals, Gareth Neal 1-0 up against Steve Garrard. And Steve Torn and Cameron Tolley have just started their match. Steve Torn beat James Parker 5-0. Yep, another good clearance there from Scotty to make it 4-2 on the hill. Have another quick look at the table. So Scott Chambers in second place has gone out in the first round. So the maximum amount of points he could potentially only 6 if he wins the plate. Danny Marsh on 77. Will Ludbrooks not playing tonight. Danny Marsh has just won 5-2 against Johnny Hawkins. AD Austin obviously beat Scott Chambers, so he has a good night tonight. He could potentially knock on the door of second place. This is week 14. We've got one more week next week, and final positions decide the fixtures for finals night. I must admit, I do like this format. I think it's if you can make it every week, or pretty much every week, I think it's really good for practicing. And the fact you get to play different players every week, you get a minimum of 2 matches. You know, if you lose in the main, you still got another match. But potentially, if you're playing well, you could have 3, 4, 5 matches, and they don't run on too late. I think in the early days, it was getting to sort of, you know, midnight or just past. But these days, it can be anywhere from sort of 12:30 to 10:30 to 11:30. if you go out and play team play during the week, you can be that late and get, you know, free frames. And Gareth Neal now 2-0 up against Steve Garrett. Adi Austin and Danny Marsh about to start. Right, I'm going to take 5 minutes. I will be back shortly. Okay, so Colin has now pulled another one back, so 4-3. The other matches in the quarterfinals, Gareth Neal 2-1 up against Steve Garrett. Lady Austin, Danny Marsh still 0-0. Cameron Tolley 4-0 up against Steve Torn. Well, it's a delicate little shot. Oh, that looks difficult. We'll have a little look what's going on in the plate, shall we? So Dean Adams 2-0 up against James Parker, and Scott Chambers, Johnny Hawkins 0-0. Winner of Scott and Johnny will play Steve Clayton, who had a bye, and James Parker and Dean Adams, winner of, will play Ben Wilson, who also had a bye. So the old points in the plate, if you go out in the first round of the plate, then you get 1.1 merit. You get through to the semis and go out, it's 2 points and 2 merits. And if you come runner-up, 4 points, 4 merits. And if you win the plate, 6 points, 6 merits. The big points, however, are in the main event. Get through round 1, and you're guaranteed a minimum of 4 points. Get through the semis, you're guaranteed a minimum of 8 points. Runner-up gets 12 points, and the winner on the night gets 16 points. And we already know who our league champion is on Division 1, and that is Cameron Tolley with 148 points. Scott Chambers is currently in second with 85 points. Unfortunately, he's gone out in the first round of the main, so maximum points he can get today is 6 if he can win the plate. Division 2, week 14 tomorrow night. It's quite tight at the top. 6 players in the running. Oh, that's a good shot there from Scott. Steve Garrett has levelled terms against Gareth Neal. It's now 2-2. Steve Torn's just pulled one back against Cameron Tolley for 4-1. Lady Austin, Danny Marsh still 0-0. Oh dear. Bit of a miscue there for Mr. Peak. So yeah, as I was saying earlier about the remote producing of the live stream, we've set up shortcut buttons to be able to change cameras and scoreboards, and I tested them out earlier. They've been working for the last 2 weeks, and I just happened to start testing, joining the stream myself from home, and the first time I go to use the buttons, they're changing the camera but not scoreboard. I have actually reset all the software, so we'll give it another try shortly, see if that fixed it. Yeah, so I did a lot of work on my studio at home over the sort of winter months. I've still got quite a bit of work to do. Got LED lighting to go up around the ceiling, and I've got some smart RGB panels that will go up on the wall behind. Oh dear. Cheers, Mark. Yeah, this could be a good run in here for Colin. Take it to a decider. Oh, I don't know about that. That seemed to have a bit too much backspin on it. Oh, it was an effort, but I can't help feel we should have not put so much screw on that like the second from last red. He perhaps didn't think it was going to spin back that quick. Oh yeah, good shot there from Scott. So this for the win. Oh, Has he got lucky? No. So Colin's got one last chance then to level the match. Go to a decider. Stephen Torn's just pulled another one back against Cameron Tolley, so that's 4-2 now to Cameron. Ooh. Nah, should be straightforward now for Scott. Drop this in for the win. Yep, yep, well played, Scott. So Scott wins 5-3. Gareth Neal now 3-2 up. In fact, we will try to go to that table now. Yes, it changed the scoreboard. Woohoo! So we join table 2, Gareth Neal versus Steve Garrett. Steve Garrett currently at the table, I think. Can't tell. I think that might be Gareth. If it is, he's playing well quick. A lot quicker than I've seen him play in the past. Still don't know who it is. Yeah, that was Gareth Neal. So Gareth Neal 4-2 up. The buttons are working. What else can we do? We jump to table 4. There you go. Look at that. AD Austin versus Danny Marsh at 1-1. Is there any game you particularly want to watch? Let me know. You've got a choice of Gareth Neal and Steve Garrett. This one, AD Austin and Danny Marsh. Or we have our first semi-final just starting, which is Cameron Tolley versus Scott Finesse. So, is Danny looking at a skill shot there? I can't really tell whether that yellow goes past that red. I think it's a bit too close to the cushion for the skilly. Must be trying to squeeze it past, surely. Oh no, he's done the skill shot. Brilliant shot, well done. I thought that was too close to the cushion, but... yeah, beautiful. Oh, unlucky. But it's taken the bag. A quick jump to Gareth Neal and Steve Garrett. Gareth 4-2 up, looks like Steve's in. And Reds. Yep, those Reds look really awkward. Can try and get that in off the yellow. No. He's done well to move that yellow out of the way though. It's just the black's a bit awkward. Oh. I'm not sure that now goes. Might do if it's really delicate, but difficult to tell from here. Oh, that's a push up. So probably straightforward here for Gareth, get the black out. Be careful he doesn't tie the yellows up. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, good shot that. Now take this one in the bottom right. I can hear an aeroplane outside, that is pretty loud. Yeah, good shot. So Gareth Neal just needs these two yellows and the black to take the win, take himself into the semi-finals. We'll be joined by the winner of AD Austin and Danny Marsh. We'll go back to that table on the conclusion of this match. Yep, from Gareth. So Gareth wins 4-2. And we rejoin Adi Austin and Danny Marsh. In the other semi-final, Cameron Tolley is now 2-0 up against Scott Finesse. Got 10 people watching on YouTube, 10 people watching on Facebook, well 14 on Facebook and 1 on Twitch. If you're watching on YouTube and you haven't already subscribed, please. We need to get to that magic number. 500 would be a good start. We're currently at 484. Do a quick live check of that. Yep, 484. If you haven't subscribed and you do, give us a thumbs up, let us know. Facebook is rubbish for letting people know when you go live, but YouTube is pretty good. If you subscribe and then hit notify and you got the app on your phone, then you get a notification. And obviously you get notified of new videos. Our lockdown mini-series, looking back, will be videos produced and published on YouTube. Obviously we'll link it in Facebook and Twitter and everywhere else. But to watch it, it will be available on YouTube. Spoke with Mark Smith from UK Whirlpool and UK Q Sports, World Q Sports. He's up for an interview. Got a lot of time for Mark. Does a lot of promoting of the game. One of our stream sponsors, UKWorldQSports.com. Check them out. Lots of streams available. Lots of pool communities to follow. So, Scott Chambers currently 2-0 down in the plate against Johnny Hawkins. He's second place. Could really be under threat here. James Parker won against Dean Adams in the plate 3-2. He's now playing Ben Wilson in the semi-finals. Winner of Scott and Johnny will play Steve Clayton. And our other semi-final in the main event, Cameron Tolley 3-0 up against Scott Finesse. So Danny Marsh currently third in the league. If he can win this, he'll be on a minimum of 8 points, which will take him up to 85. If he can get past the semis and get into the final, then he could be looking at taking that second spot ahead of next week's final league outing, week 15, and then the week after next it will be the finals. So the finals is position based, same format. If you finish top, you play bottom. Second plays 15th, third plays 14th, fourth plays 13th, third plays 14th, fourth plays 12th, etc. Oh yeah, good shot there from AD. Oh, I'm watching the wrong stream. It's not my voice being out of sync, honest. I can tell you, we've now gone up to 485 subscribers on YouTube. Can't tell you who it was because it doesn't tell me. But if it was you, thank you. Give us a thumbs up. Yeah, good shot there from 80. I need to stop watching the other screen. It is about 30 seconds out. Oh, I had too much pace there. No, it's good effort, but just overhit that last red. Can tell you in the semi-final, Cameron Tolley is now 4-0 up against Scott Finesse. One frame away from the final. Winner of this match will play Gareth Neal in the other semi-final. Scott Chambers currently 2-0 down against Johnny Hawkins in the quarter-final of the plate. Remember, Scott is currently second in the league with 85 points, and I can tell you he's just come through. Yep, Johnny has won 3-0. So Scott Chambers will take 1 point away from tonight, putting him on 86 points. Danny Marsh in third, he's on 77 points. With a minimum of 4 for getting to the quarters, which would take him up to 81. And if he gets through the quarters into the semis, he's on a minimum of 8, which would take him up to 85. So he's got 2 shots, a free ball, he's got a chance to get himself on the hill. Yeah, good shot. So this for 4-1. Tomorrow night we've got Division 2. And the standings into Division 2. Oh, let's just fix that. So quite close at the top there. Bobby Pollock on 108. Barney Shales on 107. Lewis Sindel 97. Alan Grant 93. Kelly Lewis 89. Tony Gedge 86. And little Cameron Johnson 56 in 7th place. Superb. I can tell you he's come on such a long way. Such a fantastic little player, and he's got great attitude. He played for England earlier in the year, and he's been selected again to play for the under-15 at just 10 years old. We are currently running a fundraiser to try and get much needed funds to help him and one parent go out to Malta later on in the year so that he can compete and play for England. It's an expensive old do. I don't know the answer to that question, Dan. You'd have to message CAF. because I don't know what the spaces are like. Although I think you probably would be classed as too good for Division 2, to be honest. Yeah, so little Cameron. So offline, we've managed to raise nearly, I believe it's nearly £400 now, and online we've raised about 700. So far we've raised 1,100 to help get little Cameron to the England international with the England international team over in Malta. In November, and he's representing England at under 15s at just the age of 10. It's phenomenal. We set up a GoFundMe page. You can get to it by clicking or going, if you go ldmtv.co.uk, then it takes you straight there. Have a little look, have a little read up how well Little Cam's come on over the last couple of years. We have some fantastic support, along with his sponsors for his shirts and his equipment. It's amazing that there isn't something out there for, the youth set up to, the fact that they get picked for England, but then they've got to pay the best part of £2,000 to go and actually play. So it's just amazing. I struggle. I think if you're representing your country, there should be a fund somewhere that captures that. I guess the pool world needs more sponsorship or lottery money, or I don't know. I mean, it must put people off playing. I mean, I would never be at that level, but I think if I was asked if I wanted to play, go to England and represent, I would relish the opportunity, but I wouldn't relish the cost involved. I mean, you could literally have, great talented players that would ordinarily walk into these teams, but literally just can't afford it. So, Danny Marsh for the win. Yeah, super. Well done, Danny. So 5-1. So Danny will be guaranteed 8 points. We already know Scott Chambers has gone out in the first round of the plate, gets 1 point, so he's on 86. Danny He's on a minimum of 8, which will take him up to 85, just 1 point behind Scott. Scott will get 1 merit as well. Will Ludbrook is not playing tonight. AD Austin is has just gone out, so he gets 4 points, so we'll be up to 79. Colin Peake went out in the quarters with 4 points, so he will be on 71. Scott Finesse is gone out in the semis, he'll get 8, so he'll be on 72. So Danny Marsh is the player knocking on the door of Scott Chambers for that second place tonight. And we don't have a game to put on yet. Actually, while we're waiting, we could just go and have a look at one of our plate games, and it will be Ben Wilson versus James Parker. Currently 1-1, so this is a plate match. Oh, 2-1 to James. Right, I will be back in a couple of minutes and we will bring you the second semi-final of the night, which is Gareth Neal versus Danny Marsh. Don't go anywhere. Okay, so James Parker to win this and go into the plate final. He's got 2 shots. As soon as this match is finished, we'll move back over to the main event for Gareth Neal versus Danny Marsh. And there we have it. So James Parker is through to the final of the plate, and he'll play the winner between Johnny Hawkins and Steve Clayton. Johnny Hawkins currently 2-0 up. Okay, so we are back with Gareth Neal and Danny Marsh for the semi-final number 2. And the winner of this game will meet Cameron Tolley, winner of the league. The only person left in tonight's main event that could pip Scott Chambers to second position is Danny Marsh. If he wins this game, if he gets himself into the final, there's a minimum of 12 points, taking him up to 89, versus Scott Chambers, who is on 86 after going out in the first round of the plate. Not sure if Gareth can put a little bit of swerve on. I think he can, just to get past that yellow. Oh yeah, he did. He got some on that, maybe a bit too much. These balls definitely spin a lot different on this type of cloth. On the Strachan, super fine. Quite noticeable, the balls coming off the cushions as well. Yeah, it's a bit of an awkward yellow near the black there. Yep, so good angle to knock into the black and yellow. Oh, I don't think there was enough on it. It's a good pot. I think that black's just hampering the yellow. Oh, what shot? Obviously not as much as I thought. Yeah, good shot. So Danny Marsh 1-0. And Johnny Hawkins, Steve Clayton, still 2-0 to Johnny. Winner of that will play James Parker in the plate final. So one of each down for Danny. Yellow balls. Danny is 1-0 up, but I don't think he's put his score on yet. Now I'm guessing middle bag, and then try and pop that yellow in off the red to free the black up. Be a good shot. Just glance off the red, just enough to nudge it out of the way. If it's too thick, it could actually end up behind the black. Needs to get this just right. Oh, look at that. Oh, has red come out enough? It looks like it. Yeah, superb. Good clearance there from Danny. Breaking dish for 2-0. Johnny Hawkins won against Steve Clayton 3-0, and they've just started the final. Johnny Hawkins versus James Parker. So we've got more pool tomorrow night. Division 2, week 14. As I said earlier, it's quite tight at the top. And unfortunately, I won't be commentating tomorrow, as I'll be there in person playing. And the likelihood of the microphone being on for ambient sounds is pretty remote. There's a couple of players that like the jukebox to be up loud for the whole night, and due to copyright reasons the microphone stays switched off. So still an open table, Danny Marsh to play. Still an open table, Gareth Neal to play. Yeah, I don't think that came out enough. Very awkward queuing, even for the cutback. Yeah, good shot. And try and hold this so it doesn't come back off the cushion too far. Yeah, lovely. A bit of screw in, bounce back off the cush for the black. Yeah, lovely, good shot. Well done, Danny Marsh. So that's this black to make it 3-out. 2 frames away from the final against Cameron Tolley. So we know Scott Chambers has got 1 point from tonight, putting on 86. Danny Marsh is currently on 8 points. If he gets through to the final, he will be on 12 points, which will put him up to 89. So Danny Marsh just needs to win this match to move up to second place. With 1 week to go. Week 15 next week. And then it's finals night. Right, we'll be back in a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. So James Parker currently 1-0 up in the final against Johnny Hawkins, 1-0. Final of the plate. Obviously the winner of this match will meet Cameron Tolley. Cameron top of the table, Tolley. Winning this match for Danny Marshall, see him go into second place, 3 points ahead of Scott Chambers. With 1 week to go next week, before finals the following week. Yeah, good shot there from Gareth. Should come round to hit the black in the bottom right. Yeah, well done, Gareth. So 3-2, Danny Marsh. Danny Marsh to break. Give us a thumbs up if you're still awake, if you're still about, still watching. If you have been watching on and off all night and you've enjoyed the commentary, let me know. It's a bit of a test run today. I am in my studio at home, sending my video and audio signal to the stream computer at the club. Full control over the stream, change cameras, scoreboards, etc. Okay, so Gareth has a good chance here to level up the match. Not easy. What's he done there? He didn't foul, did he? I thought he'd fouled. I wonder if he was in two minds whether to stun it to stay on that side of the red, follow through. I think the follow through was a lot more difficult. Callum, how you doing, mate? Oh, nice. That must just skim past that red. Oh, nice. So, Gareth levels the score at 3-3. I can tell you in the plate final, Johnny Hawkins won James Parker won. Winner of this match will play Cameron Tolley in the final. Cameron Tolley already won the league. Scott Chambers unfortunately dropped points tonight. He's only made 1 point. Danny Marsh needs to win this one to get into the final to move up into second place. Will Ludbrook couldn't be here tonight. Tomorrow night, Division 2, Week 14. Players at the top, Bobby Pollock on 108, Barney Showers on 107, Lewis Sindel 97, Alan Grant 93, Kelly Lewis 89, Tony Gedge 86, Little Cameron on 56, doing really well. 10 years old. Absolutely spot on. It's a shame we can't jump over to the final of the plate, really. It's on the table, I haven't got a camera over. So we're all square, race to 5. Gareth Neal to break. Oh, nasty. I should think Danny's done the calculations and knows he needs to win this to move up into second. So up and coming pool at Wisbech X Services. Every Monday, Tuesday night is the Premier Pool League. It's the last week, next week before finals. Every Friday night. Friday night knockout. Everyone's welcome. £6 entry. Sunday the 30th of July, Scotch doubles. I know there's still a few spaces left for that. And then the following weekend, August the 6th, it is our pool series event 4. And a lot of the players from Division 1 also play in the pool series. If you're not too far away from Wisbech and you fancy coming down and playing in an event, send us a message, we'll hook you up. I think Scotch doubles is 50 quid to enter, with a fair old prize pool. Friday night knockouts, good nights. So again, Danny's got a good chance of taking this frame. Yeah, good shot. Yeah, I think if he takes the one in the middle, he could come off the yellow and be okay. I think he got a bit more of a kick off the cushion than he expected. I think ideally he wanted to take the other red in the opposite middle. But it's not lost yet. Oh, missed the yellow. The perfect position. Yeah, good shot. So, black for 4-3. Still all to play for. And I need a break. Plate final, Johnny Hawkins and James Parker. Still one apiece. Yeah, good break there. I think he's going to opt for reds. Take this one down the right hand side. So Danny Marsh is actually 4-3 up. Table. Got a good chance of taking this frame out. He's already had a break and dish earlier. If he wins this frame, he's through to the final against Cameron Tolley, and he will move up to second in the league with 1 week to go. Yeah, it was a good pot. That position is not great, but he's still got a chance. Ooh. Wow. Not sure, thought it might have gone that close to the pocket. So Johnny Hawkins and James Parker have been on 1-1 for a while. Must be an intense frame. Yeah, it was a bit awkward there for Gareth, and it looks like Danny does now actually have a real chance to see the frame out, get himself in the final, and also a second spot in the league. Yeah, great shot. So this for the win. Yeah, nicely done. Well done, Danny. So Danny goes into the final against Cameron Tolley. And in doing so, he's on a minimum of 12, taking him up to 89. The win will take him up to 94. Cameron Tolley on 148. Can't be caught with just 1 week left to go after tonight. James Parker takes the third frame, so it's 2-1 to James Parker versus Johnny Hawkins in the final of the plate. And tomorrow night we've got Division 2 action. All to play for at the top. From first to sixth, just 22 points difference with 2 weeks to go. Maximum of 32 points to be had. And then we'll be back again on Friday night for the Friday night knockout. Coming up, we've got 30th of July Scotch doubles. And then August the 6th, the week after, we've got Pool Series Event 4. Right, I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Don't go anywhere. The final will be starting shortly. So frame 1 to Cameron Tolley. I can tell you that Johnny Hawkins has levelled up against James Parker in the plate final. Now 2-2. Plate is raised to 3. So they are now playing the deciding frame. Yeah, it's unlucky really. I think Danny would have preferred to miss that. Miss that red up and come behind it. Failing that, hit it a bit harder and knock it further out. Doesn't look like it goes. That is an effort. Ah, the white stopped it going in. Gutted. Safety. Well, Johnny Hawkins and James Parker getting their money's worth in the plate final. Oh, that was unlucky. Yep, still 2-2. I can tell you we have a winner. James Parker wins the plate 3-2. Good shot there from Cameron. Yeah, well done, Cameron. So that's 2-0. So James Parker 6 points, goes up to 65 points. Steve Clayton got 2, so he's also on 65. So James will jump over Steve Clayton. Scott Finesse got 8 points. He'll move up to 72. Colin Peake got 4. Be on 71. Big old break there from Cameron. 2 balls down. Yeah, nice. Yeah, nice finish from Danny there. So 2-1, and Danny a break. So 4-1 Cameron, good chance now to take the game and the win. Yeah, nice. So black for the win, and that's it. Danny concedes. Well done to Cameron Tolley for winning. Well done to James. Well done to Danny Marsh as well for getting through to the final and getting 12 points. That moves him up to second place in the league with 1 week to go. Well done to